to Sonic Adventure. I hope you're doing well. Since at the end of the previous video, we just left the Sonic the Hedgehog on Game Gear ROM that's available in this game. So we're back at the main menu, so we can go to the adventure thing to continue Tails' storyline. And as you can see, we've been making some really good progress. We are at 55%, so, and that's just after one video. So yeah, the other characters are quite a bit quicker than Sonic. Oh, and there's also these recap segments. Now, originally, there's no voice acting here, and this is going by really quickly, just in case you forgot what was going on. I remember these having voice acting, but I think maybe I'm thinking of Adventure 2 having voice acting, unless maybe just Sonic has voice acting, but either way, we're back in the Mystic Ruins jungle, and we're searching for a Chaos Emerald. I'm pretty sure I know where to go, but it does involve going into the jungle itself, so I want to say we just have to hug this wall on the left from the entrance or the right from where we are now, and yeah.
Wow! There's a Chaos Emerald! Hey! Wait up! Stop!
I gotta say, that's one of the first times I've ever seen a game stretch a word out like that to match the voice acting by doing a bunch of hyphens. And yes, as a child playing this game, if you're wondering, it did take me a very, very long time wandering around the jungle to figure out where the heck to go. Looks like there's a bunch of sand here, but good thing Tails can fly, because then we can just go up here and... what is this? I don't remember this. Jump on it, maybe. Yeah. I've always thought that was a really cool effect, because I think all they do is they take the object, the sand that's blocking it, and spin it, but it's modeled in such a way that it looks like it's sort of spiraling and draining out. It's pretty interesting. This is the sub-game, Sandhill, and we go very, very fast if we hit those speed boosts. It's functionally very similar to the ice cap snowboarding sequence, but in my opinion a lot more fun and a lot more visually interesting, especially with the big stone snake jumping up out of the sand or the dunes. There's just an awful lot of things happening all at once. I'm surprised by the lack of rings, though. I remember there being rings here. I'm not sure. These little goals are fun to go through, but I'm not sure. They probably affect your score maybe at the end. But speaking of the end, we're already here. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's where we got all that extra score from. There's less than a minute and we are through the Sandhill subgame.
Uh-oh. I thought I was in a desert. I wonder where I am.
And just like in Sonic's story, we found the floating light. I didn't mention that strange frog that took the Chaos Emerald, but I don't really have much to say about that other than we will learn more about it later. But just like at the end of Lost World for Sonic, the light teleported us somewhere, but it is a very, very different location from the temple with the Master Emerald that was on fire. This is very... oh, it's right here. I thought it was a little further in. Well, there's an upgrade for us, an optional upgrade. But this sequence is very... or this area, I should say, is very Road to El Dorado-esque. Very typical for depictions of ancient temples and whatnot.
continuous tail attacks, hold the action button down.
So Tail's primary form of attack, which I mentioned in the previous video, is spin attack, which is just like that. But what this badge does is it lets us hold down the button to instead do this. And I gotta admit, it's so much more fun to do that. It just sort of adds this very, I don't know, it's just fun, even just looking at it. You'd never want to replace his movement. I mean, if you're going to move his tails, you just want to fly around, but it does make a fun way to walk, in addition to being a lot easier to deal damage. So, you'll notice there's a lot of NPCs around here that look like Knuckles, so why don't we talk to a few of them? The chief's daughter loved her grandmother so much. The country was a lot smaller back when Grandma was alive, but the chief wanted to expand his kingdom. After Grandma's death, he made his move. He did well. He quickly took over the surrounding areas, but his daughter didn't like what he'd done. The daughter, I saw her in front of the shrine. Unfortunately, we can't go into any of these buildings, but hey, beggars can't be choosers when it comes to exploring areas in games this old. Now I was gonna say there's an invisible wall here, but I always liked looking at the segments on the outside and wondering if I could go over there back in the day. Video game worlds when you're young always just feel so huge and expansive. And speaking of huge and expansive, this is probably one of the most impressive skyboxes in the game, I feel. Just because it's definitely very pixelated, but it feels to me at least like the most high quality one out of the level backgrounds we've seen so far. Now I have a distinct memory of being able to go, okay, I don't know why I had a distinct memory of being able to go over to this side and actually walk around over there, but either way. Also, it's pretty funny that you can see just where the skybox completely ends into the void. But anyway, let's go talk to some more NPCs. See if we can't learn more. That's a lot of people. Miracles come from within. Full steam ahead. Life is always changing and is never permanent, but our prosperity will never end. That sounds like famous last words to me. Full steam ahead. I wonder how many repeat lines there are. Is this life a dream or is it reality? Oh, that man needs some help. Oh, this person does too. Okay, that's a lot of repeat dialogue. I feel like there's there's a door here that we can't go. Oh, we can actually. So when we go through this door, we realize that we're here where Sonic was teleported at the end of the last story. But everything is not on fire. Everything seems pretty good, actually. And once again, surprisingly pretty. Oh, we can't go. Oh, yeah, we can. Surprisingly pretty area. Especially that 2D mountain over there, I think, is an especially good use of that. Anyway, let's take a look over here. We have the Master Emerald, since we weren't able to get a good look at it before and everything was on fire, but we also couldn't walk around. So here's the Master Emerald, which is now on Angel Island, and the Chaos Emeralds are all in a circle around it, so very interesting to figure out where and when we are. So why don't we go ahead and just press on.
The servers are the 7 Chaos Emeralds. Hello there, friend. How are you?
What were you saying before?
Huh. It's something my grandmother taught me. I'm never to forget it. It goes like this. The servers are the 7 Chaos. Chaos is power, power enriched by the heart. The controller is the one that unifies the chaos. But I'm still not sure what it all means. The number 7 is the same as the number of emeralds there are.
Emeralds?
Forgive me, but I don't think we've ever met before. I'm Tikal, and you are?
Whoa! Where's the man?
Weird. Now where was I? Oh yeah, the Chaos Emeralds. Perfect! This will get my Tornado 2 up and raring to go.
Yikes is right. You can't just run at people like that big. Oh, I didn't mention, by the way, that Big the Cat in this game is voiced by John St. John, the voice actor for Duke Nukem, most famously. Also, this nighttime Mystic Ruins is pretty neat. I don't really remember this. And I also wanted to point out that the temples in that area looked a lot like the temple that comes up out of the ground in the jungle. Or it doesn't really come up out of the ground, does it? It's always there, but you know what I mean. Where Lost World for Sonic takes place. And that character finally has a name that we've seen, and it's Tikal, so worth keeping in mind.
The time has come at last. This new plane should work a lot better. I've ironed out most of the problems. So, here it goes. Emeralds, do your stuff. Ready, Sonic? Here I come. Tornado 2, clear for takeoff. Away we go. There you are, dead ahead, the egg carrier. There's Sonic. Sonic!
All right, Tails. Way to go. This plane's cool. Now, what do you say we nail those guys?
You got it. Hang on.
And here's Sky Chase Act 2 again. It's a little unfortunate that for Tails' campaign they didn't maybe do, considering that his whole thing is that he flies the plane. It's too bad they didn't maybe do a unique Sky Chase level where maybe as you go to pick up Sonic, but maybe I should count my blessings that there's only 2 Sky Chases and not 3. But it would have been cool if there was a unique one rather than just having to do these twice. But either way, I'm just going to go ahead and skip ahead to the end of this, so I will see you then. What was that, Tails? You didn't finish your sentence.
Coming in tight.
Tails, we gotta land on the egg carrier.
Oops. We got a problem here.
What now?
I forgot to put in the landing gear.
Whoa!
get any ideas, Sonic? You have no idea what this vessel can do. How about I give you a little sample?
It's pretty funny that Tails also kind of half closes his eyes like Sonic does before the sky deck.
Did you see that?
Now how are we gonna get to the bridge?
I hate it when he doesn't listen to me.
I guess you weren't expecting that, were you? There's only one way to get to me, Sonic, and that's through the sky deck. I doubt if you can make it. Ha ha! I dare you!
Just watch me. Bring it on, Eggman.
Now I know how important it is, says Sonic, that we have to stop Eggman, but why don't we race? Oh, I messed up that camera really bad. Alright, and here's stage 4 Skydeck, which will probably be much faster as Tails, considering we have the amazing power of flight on our side. Speaking of which, just like that, that's pretty fun after playing as Sonic, and he's definitely not the most agile person. Like, for example, as Sonic, we had to wait for that crane, and we can just fly right over. And we just got an invincibility power up and then picked up another one, so that's always fun too. Oh, that was okay. That was a little bit too dicey. It was my fault though for thinking I could be slick and go that fast. It's honestly pretty surprising just how, and we're done. It's pretty surprising just how unrestrictive Tails' movement is in the level. Like, the gliding is one thing, but the fact that you actually gain height when you fly is pretty nice of the developers to include. And Sonic is way behind. To quote another character, you're too slow.
Yeah! Is that it?
Sonic, we should check out the bridge.
And we have no reason to go into the Chow Garden or anything, so we will go straight to the bridge this time. And have our very fun encounter with Gamma.
Sonic! Tails!
Ha! You're a bit late.
Not the birdie! That's a Chaos Emerald! No way!
Be gone, all of you. This is all I really need. Gamma?
What is your wish, Master?
Get rid of these pests. Give them all you got.
Aye, aye, Master Robotnik.
I'll leave it up to you, Gamma.
Alright, now let's properly see how our rhythm badge holds up. Pretty well, it seems.
Please stop, Tails! Move aside, Amy! Get out of the way! No! This robot is my friend! He helped me! Don't hurt him! Okay, if you say so, you have your reasons, I guess.
interesting that Gamma also takes off when we do.
That's Eggman! I wonder what happened to Sonic.
I'm finished. Chaos was defeated, and now my egg carrier is ruined. No matter. I will destroy Station Square anyway.
If that missile is launched...
Ready? Fire! Ah! No, it was a dud. I can't believe this. Ah! I'll go and deal with this myself.
Oh no! I'd better get to that missile before he detonates it! I see it! I've gotta get it before Eggman! The fate of Station Square depends on me! Sonic! I've changed a lot since I've started hanging with Sonic. But I can't depend on him forever. I know I can do this by myself. Okay, Eggman, bring it on!
Tails' last level is Speed Highway, which of course is a big plus for me, but man, to think that Robotnik this entire time had a missile just off the coast of Station Square. What I mean, it ended up being a dud, so it didn't matter, but to instead awaken an ancient being that you learned about from stone tablets and have to gather these Chaos Emeralds just to feed him, to transform him to be powerful enough to do that when a missile could do it just as readily. I don't know, man. Robotnik's got some serious issues. Couldn't be me. But I also have been waiting. That was a longer cutscene than I was expecting, but I've been waiting to point this out since I noticed it. But the FMV with the egg carrier blowing up when Amy and Tails fly off screen, they're a model, like an actual in-game model animated over the FMV, and it gave me really big PlayStation 1 Final Fantasy vibes, especially 8, obviously, which has a ton of FMVs that you walk over, the character models walk over. But I had another thing I wanted to say. Oh yes, Tails does not have very many lines in this game that I remember very clearly, as much as, say, Eggman, which I mentioned, but that line when he's walking in front of the Station Square train station and he's like, I wonder what happened to Sonic. That's a very memorable line too, just because the delivery is so strange. So for the last level, instead of racing against Sonic, we're racing against Eggman, and he has some pretty funny quips. When you pass him up, he just says things like, Tails, wait for me. So yeah, those the bucket things that fling Sonic are not here in Tails level, so we just have to basically follow the green rings and then we're good. There's no helicopters that convey us either. Oh no. Oh no, that's so sad. Shucks. Okay, well, we got it this time. The controls for Tails sometimes are weirdly precise. There isn't a whole lot of delay when you move the analog stick forward or in any direction. Let's go ahead and grab this extra life just to be safe, since we just lost one. Okay, let's definitely make this time. There we go. Oh, I actually let go a little too early. It almost didn't make it. I want to see what these are down here. 5. Are these just 5 rings? Okay, well now I know for future reference that this is not worth it. Does the game really expect me to sit here when I can fly and wait for that thing to take me somewhere? Oh, here's a bucket thing. Not sure I've ever gone this way, because it's kind of a waste of time. At least it felt like it for 15 rings. But I do have to give this Tails version of Speed Highway some credit, considering the fact that it's very different and you go a lot further than you do in Sonic's storyline, just because it's completely made for Tails with all these platforms and rings. Sonic could definitely not get through this. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, okay. Almost didn't. Oh no. I can't believe I did that to myself. That was right at the end, too. Alright, well, Speed Highway. Not too kind to me today. But that's okay, even if Robotnik caught up because of that. I think we're good. There's the missile. And we won. And it was only a teeny tiny bit of a struggle.
That wasn't too bad.
Oh no! It's Robotnik! So you beat me to the missile, you little pest. I will make you all pay for this.
Let's get out of here!
You fool. Away, before I make mincemeat out of you.
I'm not scared. I'm not scared. I can do this.
Well, Tails cannot be scared if he wants, but I would be, because that's by far the most menacing lion Robotnik has in this entire game. Oh, thought I jumped early enough. So this is the Egg Walker. And I thought you were supposed to hit his legs like this. Maybe he's invulnerable for the first part. Oh yeah, you have to hit after he attacks. That makes sense. Unfortunately, it's not like the first boss where you can just attack him a bunch of times as Sonic. You have to hit the leg and then hit him once. So no phase skipping for us in this fight, but it'll be pretty quick regardless. And now at this HP threshold, you have to hit 2 legs at once in order to deal 1 hit instead of 1. Just to add a little bit of challenge. Emphasis on the very little bit of challenge. But it is cool. The boss arena for this is cool, though. And once again, the rhythm badge makes this a lot easier. Because you can just hold down square and move to the leg, rather than needing to move to the leg and then hit square, because hold it down indefinitely without the little dapper rhythm badge that Tails has on. And there we go. You saved Station Square. Good job, Tails.
Hey, I did it!
You saved the day! You're the best!
I did it all by myself.
And there's the end of Tails' story. The high five animation that plays at the beginning of the last cutscene is so funny. I don't think I've ever really noticed just how weird and strange Sonic's arm looks. It looks like they had to like detach his joints in order to make his hand move that way. But anyway, that was a lot of fun. It's really quick, as you see now. It was just 2 videos. But something I wanted to speak to was the way that Sonic games have a pretty big tendency to have Tails be this character that always has self-doubt, but then I want to say through Sonic, but by being, I don't want to say through Sonic, but by being with Sonic and spending time with Sonic, Tails sort of comes into his own in a lot of different Sonic games and becomes more confident in himself and the skills that he brings, even though he isn't as fast or as good at fighting as Sonic is. So it's small, but it's something I appreciate about Tails' character in a lot of games. And I think that's really it, though. It's fun, but I'm really looking forward to starting Knuckles' storyline because he has some stuff that's pretty unique to him that we don't see on any other characters, and a totally different style of gameplay as well. So in the next video, we will start Knuckles' storyline. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Take care of yourself and stay safe.